The Europa League draw for the round of 32 has taken place, so now is a good time to get stuck into that and maybe start to analyse who may stand the best chance of going all the way to a bit of glory, Steve, this year. Let's take a look at the draw, shall we? Here are the notable ties. All of the British sides got through, which is an interesting development. Wolves, of course, doing exceptionally well in their group. They've got Espanyol. Anything else stand out for you?
You know, trying to come up with favourites in this is difficult because most of these sides have all got pretty much the same problems. They can't stop the ball going in the back of the net. That's the one thing. But I would say, out of all of those sides, if you're going to ask me who I think the favourite is, I'm going to say Inter Milan.
Even though they're pushing hard in Serie A? Or maybe because they're pushing hard in Serie A?
Well, yeah, because, you know, winning breeds winning. And so for me, they can't rely on throwing all their eggs in one basket and going for Serie A because they're up against a team called Juventus who eventually are going to start catching fire. They've struggled so far, but they're still on the same points. So for me, I think the favourite is Inter. And the dark horse, I think, is Salzburg. I think the way they played against Liverpool actually shocked me. Certainly at 3-0 at Anfield, I had different ideas about Salzburg. But the way that they brushed it off and just kept playing the football, and certainly, again, the way they went about it in the second leg, certainly the way they've gone about it throughout the whole qualifying, they in my opinion, deserve to qualify. So I think Salzburg are going to be a bit of a dark horse. Everybody's talking about United and Wolves and all the others. I mean, Arsenal, really. If I'm in the Europa League at this stage, I want to play Arsenal because right now, listen, they can't beat anybody.
Right. I mean, it's an interesting pick in Salzburg because it's almost like this year's Eintracht Frankfurt, who did so well and reached the semi-finals last year.
Right. Yeah. And it's all about scoring goals, which Eintracht Frankfurt did last year. Yeah. And Salzburg, for me, seemed to be the new Eintracht Frankfurt, shall we say? So. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Salzburg go far.
Would you see Manchester United pushing hard in this competition in terms of focusing on it in a way? Or do you think that sort of Solskjaer will really understand it for what it is and his bread is buttered in the Premier League?
I absolutely believe that they will go and try and win this tournament. The problem they have is that they do better against better sides. And when they're coming up against sides that they're supposed to beat, that's where they've struggled, particularly this year. So unless that changes, I don't see how United win it.
Okay, and you give much chance for Rangers and Celtic?
Not particularly, no.
There you go then. Nice Scottish optimism to finish up round of 32 draw. Kicks off, of course, first legs in the same week as the Champions League in mid-February.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.